Okay, what I'm selling here is a survival knife. You might want to take a look at the individual pictures that are on the ads because they may vary just a little bit. Right at this moment I'm showing this one here, which is actually a personal knife of mine, but it's the exact same model that I'm selling. The thing about the survival knives is this is a really big, heavy knife, something that I would not personally use for hunting, for just like my gutting out my deer elk knife, because it's just so stinking big. I mean, you could do it with it, but it's really meant more for a really heavy duty hacking, slashing, jabbing of combat, or even cutting, kindling for fires, whatever else. This is just about short of a hatchet. So what we have is it's got a plastic ABS type of handle on here, which gives it a really nice thick feel. The handle itself is about 3/4 of an inch or more thick this way. It has holes in it, if you can see, so you can run lanyards through there if you want. There's a little nip here at the end, which would work really well for like an emergency exit, breaking shatterproof glass. I'm sure that would do the job. Got a little bit of a knife blood trough here. But anyway, this is made out of stainless steel. The blades, even here in the smaller parts, over 1.5 inches thick, and then right up here at the thickest part, it's 1.75 inches. And then the blade on top is 1/4 inch thick here. Now it kind of thins down right here just because of the shape of the knife, but this whole area right up through here is 1/4 inch thick. For you Canucks out there, that's maybe 6 millimeters. So we're talking about a really heavy knife. With the sheath, it weighs about 1.5 pounds. So, and the knife itself is more like 1.4 ounces, 1 pound 4 ounces on that. So you're talking about a really substantial weapon. I do have a couple more of these on order that are coming in, and the blade will be slightly different shaped, like with the Tanto deal on it, but the thickness on this part and the handle will all be the same. Okay, and when we get to the sheath, this is actually a pretty cool setup. Comes in a digital camo type of coloring. Has a pretty long lanyard on here that you can tie it down with. In fact, this is I measured it out about 30 inches long, so it gives you plenty of stuff to get it on your leg, wrap it on, tie it down if you want, tie it down to a pack. This cord goes all the way up through here, so it'd be real easy to switch to where it's mounted to an Alice pack or your bug out pack or whatever else, so it can be really handy that way. Lots of different ways to attach it using the lanyard. There's all sorts of little slots here that you could be running even zip ties through to hook it to your pack, whatever else. There's another little tie down thing here, so it gives it a lot of flexibility that way. To put it on your belt, you can either just slip your belt through the holes, or else if you unsnap it, you can stick it over your belt and then snap it back up again. And this would be really handy if you had on like a web belt or something like that. That would work out pretty well. You can get up to a 3-inch belt on that, so it'll mount to just about anything. Comes with a carrier for sharpening stones. Because this is my personal one, I've actually got 3 different stones in here, but I'm going to throw in a 600 grit diamond stone with each knife. It came with a really cheapy thing, but I didn't like it. But the 600 grit's a pretty universal grit. You know, like a fine grit, it'll touch up a nicked blade pretty easily. If you want a 280 or a 1500 grit stone, excuse me, that's 1200, just let me know and I will switch out this one for this. If you want to have extra stones like this, they're on my eBay website. Just go to my homepage or my store, and if you buy those extra stones with the knife, I can ship them for no charge. Now, inside the sheath, they have a plastic guide so that, you know, because this blade is actually, for the most part, I ran it over a set of ceramic sticks, and you can cut paper with it right out of the box, so it's pretty nice. Nice thing about this as well, down here on the bottom, there's a screw that you can take out. And I would suggest putting Loctite on this when you get done. But this will come out and turn over. So if you want to set it up so that it's left hand or right hand dominant, you know, cross draw, whatever, you can do that because that'll come out and switch over, and then you put that screw back through there and it'll hold it into place when you draw the knife out. So that's kind of a nice thing. This is Velcro that holds this on here, and I think that just about covers it. Oh yes, it has a snap-on here to hold the knife in, and I've tried that both left-handed, right-handed cross draw. It's pretty easy, no matter how you're coming at it, to get that off of there. The knife is heavy enough to where it's not going to jump out of the scabbard very easily, but if you're doing a lot of crawling around, it might you might have some issues there. You got some grommets through here. You know, it's just built really nice. And I know it's not the cheapest knife in the world, but it would, compared to a lot of those survival knives out there from Buck that are selling for $150, and we're going to be, oh, I don't know, about $45 on this knife. So anyway, thanks for your consideration. Oh, hey, let's talk about, it'll be in the ad, almost 7 inches on the blade, 5 inches on the handle, so it's a 12-inch knife.